If you are a fan of Maroon 5 and you have watched my live streams, we're getting this request quite often on how do you do Sunday morning? How do you do the looping? How do you do the chords that you're playing? I'm just going to give you a quick little insight of what it sounds like. It's like this. In darkness, she is all I need. So it's a pretty fun vibe. So I'm getting this request quite often. And so this is the video for y'all to help you get crushing and playing this fun little jam. It's a really, really cool song. I use it as like my warm-up for a lot of gigs. So if you're new here, my name is Luan. I'm a professional musician. I graduated from Berklee College of Music with a scholarship, and we are building a free online music school to make practical education available for everyone. So this is going to be a little lesson inside of our looping course. So if you want to learn how to live loop, we have a course there for y'all. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. So straight off the bat, you're going to see I have a Sheeran Looper X. This is what I like to loop in the studio with. I also have a RC300, which is what I use for all my gigs. I'm very scared of getting beer poured onto this one, so that's why I don't take it out to shows. So if you have a multi-track looper, so that means you've got a looper that has like track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4, track 5. Oh, no 5, track 4. But if you've got something like that, you can very easily recreate this, but there's no problem in doing what I'm doing here on one track. You can totally just do it on one track. It's just like in and out. The reason why I like the multi-track loopers is because I can isolate what tracks I want for myself. So if I play this is the whole thing, I can take out the backing vocals, take out the bass, take out the guitar, and then I can just do like some little fill. So that's what's really, really cool about my Looper X. You can do the same thing with other, well, not the same thing, but you can do similar things with like a RC300 or RC600, whatever. But I highly recommend the multi-track loopers. They make it very, very easy to arrange fun songs. Now, I'm going to do the dreaded wipe and clear the whole thing so you guys can see from start to finish on how I do this. Yeah, let's get rolling. So first step is I want you guys to understand what chords I'm playing. Sunday Morning is a very, very simple song. It's a 2-5-1, and if you don't know what that is, we have a free theory course. Jump to the theory course and you can learn about numbers. But I will show you exactly what I play. I'm not going to put tabs up here, but you guys can just like figure it out. It's very, very simple. So I do a 2-5-1 in the key of F. So that means I'm playing a G minor. And then I'm playing a C, and then I'm playing F. And what I like to do as well is I play a F sharp diminished chord. Now, that's not exactly what I play, because what I like to do is very fancy jazzy chords. So what I will do is a G minor 9, ooh, and then a C13, and then I'll play an F major 7. And then I will go to the F sharp diminished 7th. And this sounds very, very cool. So in any 2-5-1, this is just a fun little caveat. So any 2-5 that you ever listen to, if you do a 2 minor 9 and then to a 5-13, it just sounds so amazing. The voice led line here, and it's really, really nice because you go 2-5-1. So that note right there is just going to ring very easy. So it's the 9 of the 2 chord, the 13 of the 5 chord, and then it's going to be the 3 of the major chord. Very, very cool way to blend these chords together. So yeah, I will just go through the first shape, which is going to be the G minor 9. So starting on the low A string, you're going to be on the 10th fret, 8th fret, 10, 10, G minor 9. And then we're going to go over to the C13. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be I like to throw my thumb over this so you guys can just copy exactly what I do or do something close. So on the low E string, we're hitting 8th fret, skip the A string, then you're going to be going 8th fret, 9th fret, 10th fret, ending on the high B string. And when I do this, I like to have my thumb is lightly touching the A string, which is going to mute that A string. And then we're going to do our F major 7. So starting on the low A string, we're going to go 8th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret, 10th fret. Very, very simple. And now with this one, just keep holding that shape as is. And all you're going to do is you're just going to move your middle finger up to the 9th fret on the A string and bring your first finger down to the 8th fret on the G string. And that's going to get you your F sharp diminished 7. So it's really, really nice because you got that G, C, F, F sharp walks back up to the G. So that's all that's happening in the chords. So now you know what the chords are doing. We're going to just jump into the looping portion of it. And you can, right now I haven't really told you how to sing and play the song. So like to sing and play the song will be like an extremely long video if I'm going to go through every single part of it. But we do have a course on how to sing and play guitar. And you're just going to have to follow those steps throughout the whole song. So just a quick TLDR on how to do it is I just want you to start with connecting the vocal rhythm to the chord changes, like going, Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some covers, share some skin. You know, and you're just going to do that over and over, and then until you get more and more comfortable with it. That may be all I need. In darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your... And then eventually you will add on the different parts of like the melody and the chord strumming, all that stuff. Those all happen afterwards. So just get comfortable getting the chord changes with the syllables correctly in the vocal rhythm. And then you're just going to keep mastering from there. Like I said, we have a singing and playing guitar course. I don't want to go too much into it because it will take ages, but it's all there. You can jump in on our free school. It's going to help you a lot. So now we've got our guitar part and we also understand we're working on our singing. So now it's the looping part. So the looping portion is where a lot of people get freaked out because they're like, oh my God, he's laying down the guitar part and blah, blah. Like, looping is really, really simple. You can make it really, really complicated. And like within our looping course, I go over like, you know, there's people who just try to accompany themselves. There's people who enhance the song. And then there's people who are loop artists. Now, to be a loop artist, I can't teach you that. I mean, I can, but like, it's not something I do. I'm not trying to be a loop artist. I love playing music. I love the use of the loop pedal, but I'm not trying to be like, how intricate can I get it? I just want the song to be fleshed out really, really well. So there's core fundamentals that you want to just establish as fast as possible when you are looping. So it'll be establish the harmony, establish a beat, and then establish some form of bass. And if you want to, you can add some form of like fill. So really you've got like 4 things that if you tick off any 4 of those things, it'll sound cool. Like ideally, I like to go harmony, beat, and then bass, and then fills. Sometimes I will, when I say harmony, I mean like the actual chord progressions, not vocal harmonies. Vocal harmonies I'm not super crazy with, but you know, you can add them in. And I'm going to show you how I do it in a second. So let's get right into this chord progression. So you can see I'm about to lay this down. I'm going to go straight into my chord progression. Now, to get the timing of all of this stuff, I typically like to lean into my vocal rhythm. So I like to sing the song in my head as I'm looping. So I know that I'm not rushing or going too slow. So we go... Now I'm going to get my beatbox mic. And when we're going for our beatbox, it's a boots and cats. And don't have to be fancy with it. Just keep it chill. You can be simple. I like to close out my looping phrases with like a double kick, boom, boom, and you'll hear it. And that like usually kind of cues my ear, especially when I'm improvising. So it's very handy. Now for this one, I'm going to add a little vocal harmony. Now with the vocal harmonies, if you're not very, very good at stacking like thirds or like sixths and stuff like that, You don't have to go crazy on vocal harmonies for this one, because it's all I need. In darkness, she is all I need. I just riff on all I need. And so all you want to do is, if you want to do it like how I do it, very, very quickly and easy, just sing the same part 3 times. Just the fatness of you singing it 3 times is enough to fill that space. If there's no vocal harmonies at all, can be quite empty. But if you just sing the same part 3 times, it sounds nice. It doesn't have to be this rich textured vocal harmony to make it work. So don't overthink vocal harmonies when it comes to looping. Trust me, it's saved me so much stress doing it that way. So we got 2, 3. So I'm gonna sing one. All I need. And I'll do it again. All I need. All I need. And we're good. So I'm not singing vocal harmonies. I just layered the same note, like the same melodic phrase over it, and it sounds thicker, and it sounds cool, and it exists. Now we're gonna go over to the last point of the bass part. Now you obviously have a cool like octave sequence, whatever you want to do, but with the bass part, I try to keep it chill. I want to go on the lower strings on the bass. And so I'm playing that G, and then I've got my C, and then I got my F, and then F sharp. Don't overdo bass stuff. Like, don't think like, I mean, I typically tend to do it because I'm a bit of a, funkier guitar player, and I will be like, ooh, I can do cool, funkier, good bass things. But the more simple you can do it, the better. And there's a little bit of a hack. If you palm mute on the guitar, like say you use a pick and you palm mute with an octave pedal, you can get some pretty sweet bass tones. All I need. All I need. Cool. So got that right there. We're killing it. Now, the last thing that I can add if I want to, this is completely up to you, is adding guitar pretty things. Now, when it comes to doing guitar fills, sorry, I bumped the mic. When it comes to doing guitar fills, you can make choices here. This all depends on how good you are at the guitar and your knowledge of fills and things like that. You can go all across the fretboard if you want to do that. Typically what I will do is I will just play the exact same chord that I'm playing here, but I'll just aim for like the top 3 strings on the, so your G, B, and E string, the high ones. And I will just accent whatever I'm doing there. And then that will help me out really, really well. So if I got this one. See, it just adds this like little pulse, and it's very, very like chill in the background doing its own thing. If you want, you can add like an extra little strum, like a. But more is not essentially better. So always remember, the more stripped down you can keep it, the better. You don't want to go too hard on stuff because the more elements that you add, the busier it gets, and it can like distract from the vocal. And the vocal is the most important part when it comes to, singing covers or doing anything like that. You don't want to step on the vocal. Just in general, it's like a rule at all times whenever you're working on music, never step on the vocal. Don't ever make the singer's life hard. So if you're jamming with somebody and they're singing and you're doing the looping, or if you're just doing the looping for yourself, do not ruin the song. Okay, that's all I can tell you right now. If you respect that system, you will crush. It is my mantra for all my gigs. It's how our band does so well. It's how I've been able to do so much better at all my shows. So just please respect the vocal, don't overdo it, keep the loops very, very simple, and it's going to make your life easier, and people are going to enjoy your music more. And then that means you get paid more, and people give you crisp high fives, and they woo-woo. So that's what you want to do. And that's essentially what I'm doing here. So now that's the portion of I've built the loop. So right, we've got the whole loop ready, right? Now I'm going to go over the quick structure of how I approach the songs. So every song typically goes through a sequence of, I will just intro the song, me singing and playing. Like I'll build the loop, then I immediately, like my loop's been built. Cool. Now I'm going to just go in and play the song without it. Sunday morning, rain is falling. You see how I went? And I'll just play through the verse. And then when I get to the chorus, I bring the whole loop in. Maybe all I need. In darkness, she is all. And then from there, once I finish my chorus, I'm going to pull the vocal out, the vocal harmony. And then I'm going to pull the guitar out. And so there's a couple of ways you can approach that. You can pull the whole loop out and then bring the bass and drums in. But I like to bring my second verses just a bit more. It's not completely empty like the first verse. I want just a little bit of punch, which will be just the bass and the drums coming in. And that gives me like a little bit of a drop from the chorus, but it doesn't pull me all the way back. So I get like this, I'm starting from here energy-wise, then we're going all the way up to here with the chorus, and then we're bringing it back down halfway. And then we go back up to the chorus. And then from there, you're going to be making choices on how you want to do it. So for how I get out of it, I could be like, so I might do it like this. Fingers traced every outline, yeah. So I pulled the loop out, turned off the two sequences, and then brought it back in. So you can do it that way, or alternatively, like with this loop pedal. Fingers traced, that's also, you can do that. So now I've got the bass and drums, and that's going to be my second verse. Chorus, bring the whole bad boy in, and then from that point, this is where you choose what you want to do. So when I do my looping over this song and the arrangement, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mad guitar solo. Usually it's just like, this song is like, warms up my voice, warms up my guitar playing. So it's definitely a really, really, really fun song to loop and shred over. So what I will do is, if anyone wants to like improvise over this, I use my my sneaky little D minor pentatonic. And if you want to learn how to improvise, we have a course on that too. Like I said, free music education, jump on in it. It's great. The links are in the description and all that stuff. We love having new people join the school. So we're going to improvise over D minor pentatonic. So this is up to you. I typically like to build my solos just with the action of how I build the solos in my improvising. But then I also like to use the loop pedal and all the cool things within the loop pedal to build my solos as well. So for instance, I just finished Huge Chorus. We're driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave. Now the song, boom, da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. Like if you want to do that on your own, I don't ever do that. Like I did it once with the band, and then I just kind of like screwed it off because it just, I mean, it is a super, super cool unison line. If you are ever part of a big band or anything like that, where you all do it together, it is so refreshing and rewarding, but I don't do that in my loop sequence. I just go straight into a guitar solo. So say for instance, I finish my chorus. We got, I'll do like a guitar break. Keep it chill. Now here I might start lifting it up. from here, I'm going to pull it all out, and then I'm going, things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. And do like another little pre-chorus thing or whatever. And go and get up if I knew. See that someday. Now, this is a really cool trick that you can do to end the song. Do a really chilled chorus for one half. And I never want to leave that baby, oh, I like full. In darkness she is on, I see. Come and rest your bones with me. So you see what I did there? I went from a big solo, vibed it up the solo, and then I strip it all the way back, and then I go really, really far back on just doing like root notes, just like all I need. Now, when you want to bring the whole loop back in is up to you. You could do one chord progression and then go straight in. That's a really, really like jumpy, really fun, surprising, because I could go, that may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones. And then you can just finish out the chorus, or you could just do 2 rounds and then come on the second half of the chorus. It's up to you. And it'd be really, really cool. And then you can do like an outro guitar solo. That's typically how I approach this song. So up to you guys, do whatever you like. That's the framework of how I do Sunday Morning by Maroon 5. I hope this brought y'all value. Let me know if you like these little song breakdowns that I do. If you need help on any of the things that I was talking about, like if anything goes over your head, there's a couple of things that I went into that were a bit more like advanced concepts, like improvisation, number system, how to sing and play guitar, things like that, and looping. Like I said, we have those 4 courses. They're all available in our free online music school. It is constantly being updated. This is going to be a lesson in one of them on like song examples. When you guys are jumping into learning new skills, you want to do it through music. And so that's why I am making this video for you guys, because I want you to be able to like, hey, go in and play Sunday Morning by Maroon 5 and then use this as a framework to build your confidence with the loop pedal, with improvisation, doing arrangement, things like that. There's so many skills here that you're hearing. Like the skills that I am employing is singing and playing guitar, understanding the number system, understanding, tensions and chord theory, live looping, improvisation. I've got arrangement skills, all of those things. There's even more, but like there's so much happening that I'm doing to make this work. And as you pick up each little skill, you're just going to keep like leveling up. So don't feel bad if like what I'm doing here, you're like, holy crap, might be a lot. Because for a lot of people, it is a lot. But over time, you give yourself a year, 2 years, you're just going to be like crushing it. And then you'll be like, Luan, look what I can do. And I'll be like, yes. And by the way, you can post all your progress and everything in the school community. So I'd love to see that. Anyway, so if you have a Looper X and you love this kind of content, let me know in the comments. And also, if you're in our school, definitely give me a holla and say hi and share a video of you trying to do this. Would be so cool. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video.